Hi guys, it's Amy with aim.to.plan, and today I am continuing with setting up my 2020 planner lineup. And what I have here is one of the brand new planners that the Happy Planner released. This is the Skinny Mini, and I just love this thing. As soon as I saw it on the live reveal, it was just super cute, and I really wanted it. And I immediately thought of something that I wanted to do with it. And so what I'm going to do is flip through this really quickly, and then show you how I'm going to set it up and what I'm planning to do with it for 2020. So I don't actually remember the name of this planner, but it was, I believe, the Farmhouse. That's totally a guess though. But I just love this cover. It was just super cute. I took off the plastic packaging that was already on it, but I haven't removed anything else. So all of this is still on here. So this cover is just beautiful, and it says believe in the good. I just loved the florals. I just love this cover. And so again, I haven't removed anything except the plastic packaging that was on the outside of it. So let's just flip through this really quickly. I saw the quick flip through of it on the reveal, but I haven't really looked at it since then. And so again, this is a mini Happy Planner. It's actually the mini skinny Happy Planner, which is half the size of a mini planner. And so the front of this is just gorgeous. Look at these flowers. Aren't they so pretty? Okay. Then it has the 2020 and then the 2021 calendars here. Oh, and a notes page. I really love that. That's cute. Okay, so January says, I'm going to make everything around me beautiful. That will be my life. That's a lovely quote. And again, just these kind of leaves. And this is set up very similar to the classic skinny planners where there's like a notes section here. You do have the monthly that's here on the top, and then it says important things, and then it's just dot grid where you can put just whatever notes that you have. And then it has, instead of the calendar view of the month, it has the dates listed on this right hand side. And the weekends are shaded. And so that is there. And again, I'll talk to you about kind of what I'm thinking for setting this up. Then we have the weeklies, and the way it's set up is going to be basically a block per day, and then you have an 8th block here that's just a notes section. And it all has these florals here, and I'm noticing as I flipped here that this one page had an extra little floral pattern, and then again it has this noted page, which is super beautiful. I really love that. That's really nice, and I just like that it's just blank space and you can just kind of write whatever. And I'm thinking that the colors and the patterns might change, and they do. And so we'll flip through a couple more months. Trust the magic of beginnings. And this is the February divider. I just love that. That's so cute. All right. And so this one is kind of a peach coral color. Again, same setup. And inside are this floral pattern. And again, on that 3rd week, it has this extra pattern. And then March is this kind of light blue color, and it has a different pattern going down the discs. And again, floral pattern here. All right, make yourself so happy that when others look at you, they become happy too. That's super cute, and it repeats the pattern there. Then this one, believe in the good, which is the cover. That's super cute. All right, June is this kind of floral pattern. That's lovely. All right. July, outdream yourself with some rose gold foiling. What if you simply devoted this year to loving yourself more? That's a great message. I love these kind of like floral line drawings, which is one of the reasons why I got it. I just love that on the cover. So I love that. And again, it's repeating the blue florals. And this one says, a breath of fresh air is a wonderful thing to take and an even more wonderful thing to be. That's lovely. Right? And then November, blue florals. And then December, live fully in the season you're in. Oh, that's a nice message. I love that. Okay, and then flip to the back, which is the same. I love that. Actually, I like that it is done like that. One of the things that I don't necessarily love is that the page is before the divider. I actually like everything in January to be behind the divider, so I actually can use this page for January, and then December I can use this page. Now, sometimes, depending on the planner, the pages will be a little bit different. So the very last page is actually just a notes page, and these currently pages are something completely different. But here, they're the exact same thing. So I can do that and actually just not use this one at all, which I really love. So that, again, is just a quick flip through of this mini skinny planner. And again, as soon as I saw it on the live review, I was just like, I have to have that, because my immediate thought was I can use this as kind of an on-the-go planner. Now, the thing is, I don't actually need a planner on the go. One of the things that I'm thinking about doing, in fact, am doing, is working with my sister to kind of keep ourselves accountable with our budget. And we are working through Financial Peace University, and she's trying to teach me more about it. And she's a lot more well versed in it than I am. But one of the things that she encouraged me to do was move to a cash envelope system. And so when I saw this, I was just like, that would be perfect for a cash envelope system. And so I, in addition to buying this, bought these envelopes. And so it comes in a pack of, well, it's a pack of 12. Well, I thought it was 12. There's only 11 here. I thought it was a pack of 12, but this is 11. And so I bought this pack of 11. And what I decided to do was just, I don't need all 11. I thought it was 12 envelopes. And so I'm just going to be punching just like maybe 3 or 4 for the time being. And just looking at this, maybe these 3, and then doesn't necessarily have to go, but I feel like, you know, something that kind of vibes with the cover, or at least the style, would be nice. I think I'll just go with these 4. Okay, so if I'm using these 4, one of the things that when I was ordering these, I ordered them straight off of Amazon. One of the things I was trying to do was find an envelope that was small enough to fit within the system, right? So you can see here, let me zoom out just a tiny bit. So you can see here that it is the size of this cover. Now the thing is it's going to be bigger than the sheet of paper. So you can see here in comparison to the sheet of paper, it's actually the same length, but it's quite a bit bigger than the paper itself. And so I think that'll be okay for me. The plan is to either put it in the front or in the back. And that should be, I think, fine. It's not going to be going in the middle. And I can't get this in. Okay, so as long as it fits within the cover, I thought it would be good. And so what I'm going to do is actually test out one of these ones that I'm not planning to actually use. And I'm going to punch it. I'm using my Happy Planner punch because it is barely the size. Actually, if this doesn't work, then I'll use my arc punch. It won't even fit in there, so I think I'm gonna have to use my arc punch. Okay, so went and grabbed that, and let's see what this looks like. Let me move this back too. Okay, it's actually very tight. Trying to center it, and again, the way that I do this with both punches really is to look at the edges here and to see if the edges, when you look at the distance between basically the gap to the next spot, are about equal. All right, so that looks good to me. All right, and I punched this one. The arc punch is my favorite, and I've showed this in a previous video. But the only reason I don't use it more regularly is that in comparison to the Happy Planner punch itself, I'll just do it like this so you can see it. This is what the arc punch does, right there. And this is what it looks like compared to the punch for the Happy Planner. There's like basically 1/8 of an inch extra sheet of paper right there. So that's why I don't use it more often. But let's put this in here. Again, I'm just trying to make sure that it fits within the cover. And actually the arc punch, you can see here it's hanging, or at least it protrudes a little bit compared to the cover, but it's actually the same width as the cover. Slightly a little bit bigger, actually. Will that bother me? I think I'll just have to live with it because it won't go through the Happy Planner punch. So what I'm going to do is instead of putting it in the front then, is I'll probably put it in the back, just because it'll probably bother me just to see it kind of always there. So if I put it in the back, you can still see it clearly, but it doesn't look as bad, and it has all the paper. So that will work, I think. All right, and so I've punched that one, but I wasn't planning to use that one. And let me get this out again. And I'm only, for the time being, punching 4. So let me get these punched. As I'm doing this, I haven't been double checking that the flap was on this way, but it is this one. Okay, right, that's good. All right, as I'm looking at this, I'm noticing that it comes with this sheet of paper, the budget sheet, and that's fine. I actually punched that by accident. I didn't realize those were in there. And then what I'm going to do is put this dollar bill that I just pulled out of my wallet, just to show you what it looks like. When you put the dollar bill in here, it obviously you can't have it sit all the way to the discs, and you won't be able to once it's on the rings. But even with it not on the disc spots themselves, it still fits. And it has kind of this tucked little spot here, which I probably won't use, to be perfectly honest with you, because it's kind of a hassle to open and close. All right, but the overall envelope is made of this kind of laminated paper material. It's paper, but that's laminated, is what it feels like. And so I'm hoping, going to be durable enough to last several months or the whole year, if at all possible. But I do have extra envelopes in case, like, if an envelope kind of fails me, I still have extra envelopes to work with. And so the money does fit. And so I'm using these 4. What I'm planning to do with them is have 1 for, actually 2 for food, 1 for basically Sophia's allowance. It's not really her allowance per se, but it's just money, like not change, but like just money that I let her use and buy like random toys with. And so we're doing that. And then this last one will be planner supplies. I don't know why, I just like had a blank right there, but basically 2 for food. One will be basically like eating out, dining out, and then 1 will be groceries. Then something for Sophia, and then 1 for planner supplies, and basically trying to curb my spending in terms of planner supplies because I just buy so much stuff. And so those are the 4. And again, I have more envelopes, so I can add more as I go along, but I feel like these are the areas where I really struggle the most. And the rest of what I do in terms of bills and other things, those are all like electronically done. And so I have a whole separate system for keeping track of that. This is just for doing the cash envelope system. And so these are the 4 categories that I'm using, and I'll be pulling cash on a monthly basis, less so than a weekly basis, but putting in the money every week for these cash envelopes. And this is what I'm going to be using on the go. Now, I'll just go ahead and put these in here, in the back here. And honestly, at this point, I'm not labeling it just because I'm not sure that those are the categories. I'll just kind of like think about it a little bit more and do the final labeling. But what I'll do is just grab some Happy Planner stickers, colorful boxes, and just put it right here, put the labels in, and that'll be it. Now, that's pretty much it in terms of the envelopes themselves. And that's pretty awesome. I love that. What I'm going to do is have the cash there and then use this very simply for tracking the expenses themselves. All right. And so here, this will be a breakdown by day of how much money I've spent. All right. And so here I'll track each individual item. And what I'm going to do is I only use black pen for most of my planning. So I'll just put how much I spent, and then probably color code it, or I'm not sure, but like basically probably color coded or have some kind of category where I'm able to break down like which of these 4 envelopes the cash was pulled out of. And so I'll have that listed here. And then at the end of the day, I'm just going to total up the entire amount. And that's what's listed here in the front. So that will be that. And then on the very back, what I'm thinking what will work here is basically taking the categories that I have and breaking down like how much was budgeted, how much I went under, over, that kind of thing. So that way across the month, I'm able to see what, like month by month, what changes were occurring with each category. And again, there's plenty of room for me to add additional categories, but I'm thinking just for the time being, it will be groceries, dining out, Sophia's money, basically her play money, and then my play money. And those are the 4 categories that I'm using. And that's pretty much it. This is going to stay in my purse. It will be just for these 4 categories. That's what I'm planning to use this for. So this is basically my cash wallet with a place for me to track the actual cash spending that I have for just these 4 categories, or any additional categories that I'm going to be including in the future, if I include any. And that's what I'm using this for, and it will stay in my purse. Now, in addition to this, I will be carrying my planner, my actual planner, and I have released, or I have a separate video on how I set up my on the go planner, and what I am using for that. So you can check out that video. I'll link it below, so that way you can see that. But that's pretty much it, quick and easy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this gives you ideas for how to kind of tweak what you've got in your system, and use things maybe for different purposes, maybe not so much just for planning, but for some other things that you might have, and maybe use up some of the planner supplies that you've got. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give it a like if you did. Leave me a comment below if there's something that you wanted to see more of, and in the meantime, I hope you're getting ready for 2020 as well. And I hope that your planner lineup is starting to look just as good as what I feel like mine is looking like. There'll be a video in the next week or so with the full planner lineup, all the planners that I've got going into 2020. And until then, see you next time.